Never at ease, I don't know a limit. Chasing a dream, I don't know what sleepers. I got a queen, she lit me to eating. She ripe like a peach and she snapped me to snippet. You well overdue for that link up in person. Text me to fall through a murder, she wrote it. Still up with courage, you're doing a service. Pull up to the crib, I'm a...
Hello my beauties, I hope you guys are still doing lovely. If you're new here, my name is Peladi. For more looks like the one you've just seen, please consider subscribing to my channel and clicking the bell icon right next to it so you get notified when I post another video. In today's 10th and last episode of our how to do eyeshadow series for beginners, I picked up a comment from one of you beauties. Lisa Mpo once asked me, how do I match my colors and how do I know which color goes with which color? So how do I mix my shades together, in other words? When I do an eyeshadow look, I often take a look at the color wheel, and the color wheel basically consists of all your primary colors, your secondary colors, and your tertiary colors. So I do use the color wheel to know which colors go with which, and you can create a monochromatic look. I recently created an all blue monochromatic look, which was different shades of blue in that tutorial that was requested by Queen Beeper, and I also used it in the no cut crease eyeshadow look. Another sequence you can use is an analogous one, which is choosing 3 colors that are right next to each other to create a look. And today I'm going to do a look that consists of complementary colors which are across from each other in the color wheel spectrum. So with that said, I'm going to start off by prepping my lid space with my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Twaffy. And by the way, beauties, there are many different variations of the looks you can create using the color wheel theory. So if you go onto Google and go and search color wheel theory, you will get a more in-depth look into what colors go with what and what the color theory is all about. I use this fluffy concealer brush just to make sure that there is not a lot of concealer left behind, and just to further make this concealer more tacky. And to set my brow bone area, I will use this Makeup Revolution Banana Light Setting Powder today. So in today's complementary color cut crease look, I will go into my NYX Ultimate Bright palette, and I will take this lime green shade right here on my Zoeva 228 brush.
She snapped me to snippet. Well overdue for that link up in person. Text me to fall through a murder, she wrote it. Still up with courage.
So beauties, remember to always pack your color into place first before you go in to blend.
Up goes women buddy like it's been dad. When me looking at the bill stack off the bubbly buddy, I've been stressed out. Let the smoke scream from my chest out. Laced up, I really hate love.
I will go in with the small blending brush for this tiny space of my eye.
Crash land in the palm of my hand. Bad little flex wanna play by the coast. Carry the torch.
And now with my Real Techniques base shadow brush, I'm going to buff the edges of this green shade. And then lightly in circular motions blend it out. And always remember to go back in with the shade you just blended out, just to make sure that you still have the intensity you had before the blend.
Life is lit, take a breath. Now it's wild. Shit a trip.
Now to transition that shade, I'm going to go back into the palette and I will choose this one right here. I'm really not sure how it's going to come out because it looks like a shimmer shade, but I really want to use it to transition the shade. So I'm going to go in with the shade right here on my Zoeva 228 brush. And I'm just going to tap it lightly along the edges of that previous shade. It does have some shimmer to it, but I'm really not mad at it at all because it is quite pigmented. So I'm going to go in with more color.
Hold it down when you talk to me. Say it is what it's supposed to be. Say it loud, but I mean it too, yeah.
And what I will do is I will go back with that initial shade that we used, the first green one, and just pack it back into place.
Now it's wild, shit trip.
Lightly marrying it into that shade that we laid down in the transition. And that's just about it. I'm not going to do any more to the eye because I really don't want it reaching my eyebrow. And to cut my crease, I am going to use this LA Girl Pro Primer, and I will combine it with this Makeup Revolution Define and Conceal Concealer in the shade C12.
Never at ease, I don't know a limit. Chasing a dream, I don't know what sleepers. I got a queen, she lit me to eating. She ripe like a peach and she snapped me to snippet. We well overdue for that link up in person. Text me to fall through its murder, she wrote it. Still live with courage of doing this.
And if you have a hooded eye like I do, you want to cut your crease slightly above your natural crease so that your eye look can show when your eyes are open.
Back off the bubbly buddy, I've been stressed out. Let the smoke scream from my chest out. Laced up, I really hate love from a stranger. Shit is fake stuff, only need it from you. Yeah. Crash land in the palm of my hand. Bad little flex wanna play by the coast. Carry the torch, I'm way up, it's litty wherever we float. I came from the coast, used to rest on the...
For the rest of my mobile lid, I'm going to apply this NYX Foil Cream Pigment in the shade Booming. And I'm going to use that same concealer brush. To do so, I'm just going to spray some setting spray on it, just so that I can pick up the pigment.
When you talk to me, say it nice and I give it to you. You know my word is bond, yeah. What we on now is wild shit.
Another reason why I prefer to use the brush is because I cut my crease and now I can go right along that sharp line with the same brush, just with pigment this time. Okay, so lesson of the day: pigment does not apply directly on top of concealer, as I am noticing now, because it's really moving a lot. So I'm going to top off that part where I have that concealer with this hot pink shade right here on this concealer brush.
I put on for my village. Used to be local, I'm taking it global. Sharp with the focus, she catching emotion. Treat that holistic, I give it a physics. Fuck your opinion, just did a show, only spit.
Alright beauty, so only now will I apply that cream pigment over this matte pink shade.
Why? Hold it down when you talk to me. Say it is what it's supposed to be. Say it loud, but I mean it too, yeah.
So beauties, complementary colors vibrate against each other. I know purple and yellow and also blue and orange are also complementary colors, and they make each other appear bolder. So up next, I'm going to give myself a wing with my Essence Super Lost eyeliner in the shade Deep Black.
Life is litty, the gift, chime in. Never at ease, I don't know a limit.
I know what you beauties must be thinking, that we can hardly see that pink shade anymore, but you know what, it is what it is, okay? Hey, right now I want to curl my lashes and wear my Bling Girl eyelashes today. And the reason why I still use mascara even though I'm gonna wear lashes is because I want to separate the hairs so they melt in well with my falsies.
From my chest out, laced up, I really hate love from a stranger. Shit is fake stuff, only need it from you. Yeah. Crash land in the palm of my hand. Bad little flex wanna play by the coast. Carry the torch, I'm way.
And now to line my waterline, I will go in with this precision black pencil.
My wounds was born a soldier. Flipping the struggle, I'm taking it worldwide. Hold it down when you talk to me. Say it is what it's supposed to be.
And to smoke out my lower lash line, I will go into my Deep Dive palette by Makeup Revolution, because that next one doesn't have a darker shade of green. And I will be taking it on the small blending brush.
Wow, shit trip. Life is lit, take a breath.
And then I will go in with this lime green shade to further smoke out that dark green shade.
The gift, chime in. I don't really lack nothing. Drip blackfish, hit the splash button. Landlocked, too bad for him. And they liable to talk, but it's mad rubbish. It don't mean nothing. From the soil, trying to make it to the top floor, but the penthouse pin game, something mad yucks, bros. No sleeping, but it's.
And just like that, my beauties, we have made it to not only episode 10, but to the end of our How to Do Eyeshadow series for beginners. Thank you so much to all my beauties that participated in the series. And if you haven't seen the other episodes, I will be sure to link them up in the cards or in the end screen just now. And if you haven't already, my darling, please subscribe to my channel and show your girl some love. I will catch up with you beauties again in my next one. Bye. Bye.